Today I have my sister here and I'm going to interview her because about 6 months ago she had a major injury while playing volleyball, which required surgery. And now she is still in the recovery process over 6 months later. And we are going to find out a little more about what happened, her process, her recovery process, and also the general experience of the medical world in the United States. Hello everyone, welcome back to English on Autopilot. And today we have a video that I think is quite interesting, especially for those of you interested in the American culture, in the United States, and what really happens here for the people that live here. And one thing that a lot of the things you see in the news and different political discussions is American healthcare. American healthcare is one of the best in the world. It's one of the absolute top levels of healthcare that you can find. It's very innovative. They're always creating new cures. They're researching. It's something that is a huge, huge benefit of living in the United States, to have access to that medical care. However, if you have the money for it, in the United States, access to medical care is something that is extremely, extremely expensive. The best medical care is here, but you pay for it. Now, Lainey, you recently had to go through a process where you were in the medical system. What happened? Why were you there?
So I tore my ACL, and if you don't know, that's a major ligament in your knee to make sure your knee is stabilized, and so you can walk normally. You can run, you can jump, you can step sideways without falling because your knee collapses. And even though
It's okay, we'll cut it. You're good.
Okay.
Whenever you need to, we'll start with what you're going to say.
And when I tore my ACL, I also tore my meniscus. So that is, I want to say a ligament, but it's basically a cushion for your kneecap. So when you step, it won't, grind on your bone. So it's basically a cushion. So when you step, it doesn't hurt.
That makes sense. Okay. So we're going to put an image of the knee up here. So you guys can see this is what it looks like on the inside. And what Lainey is saying, the kneecap is that bone right there on your knee, right? And so the meniscus basically is that cushion you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're not hitting the bones below it. You're not hitting your tibia and fibia, right?
Yeah, and so then you don't grind them and create a whole bunch of other problems.
Gotcha. So in one injury, she ruptured her ACL, also her meniscus. So 2 for 1. You got 2 for 1 there.
Yeah.
And you were playing volleyball. That's when it happened?
Yes. I was going for a ball. I stepped sideways. My foot got caught, but my knee kept going. So basically my foot was here, but my knee kept going.
Ouch.
So, yeah.
And did you know instantly? Was it like as soon as it happened, you realized, ouch, I hurt my knee?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, so it's kind of gross, but I could feel my knee almost go like that. So I swear I dislocated it and it popped back in because I fell to the ground. So once I fell, I was like, okay, it popped back in. I dislocated it. But so I couldn't walk. I was limping. My friends had to carry me off of the court and get me on the bench and put ice on my knee. And then a few days later, it started getting better. I could start walking again. So I was like, I just tweaked it. Something weird happened, but it's fine now.
So it wasn't like an injury that, let's say you never got surgery, you probably could have lived a while without even realizing it. Maybe not played volleyball as well, had symptoms, but you would have been able to continue on. It's not like when you break a bone,
right,
and it needs to be fixed or else
right away.
Yeah. But eventually you would have had to get it fixed.
Yes. And with that, I couldn't walk. Sometimes I would step weird on my foot and it would go that thing. I don't know what it's called. It feels like it dislocates because I've never dislocated my knee before. Hopefully I never will. But to me, that's what I thought it would feel like.
Okay, that's what it seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Now, how did you find out that it was ruptured, the ACL, the meniscus? How did they diagnose it? How did the doctors diagnose it once you went to the doctors?
I had an MRI done.
Which is magnetic resonance imaging, where it's a giant
Mm-hmm.
machine and they put you in the machine and magnets spin around and around and around to get images of different body parts.
Mm-hmm.
So they stuck you in the machine.
Yep.
How was that? How was the MRI?
Honestly, scary because it's a big machine and it's very loud. And I've gone one before for my knee. And I got music that time. This time I didn't. So the whole time I could hear how loud it was.
You're just hearing the sound of the magnets because they're going around inside. It is very loud, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. It's not because also you're going into a small tube, so you're entering right in there, and then you're just surrounded in this machine. So if you have claustrophobia, if you're scared of being in tight spaces, it's not a good place to be. It's not very exciting. It doesn't feel very good. It doesn't hurt, right?
No.
No pain. It's the atmosphere. It's not a nice surrounding. You don't want to be there.
But mind you, to get the imaging perfectly, you have to stay perfectly still. And me, when I try to do that, my muscles will kind of spasm in a way. So it would shake. It's not me trying to do it. It's just that my body doesn't want to stay still for 30 minutes.
Absolutely. And sometimes they put you in different positions and that aren't very comfortable. You don't normally hold your arm like this, but maybe they need you to. So you're holding your arm in a weird spot, or for Lainey, her leg, and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so once they took the MRI and they diagnosed you with a torn meniscus?
A torn ACL.
Torn ACL?
And then a torn meniscus, but it wasn't completely gone like my ACL was.
Okay, but there was a tear in it.
Yes.
Okay, so then what was the next step? What did they recommend? What did the doctor recommend for you?
Well, honestly, they just put the report through to our mom and dad. So my mom had to find a surgeon all by herself. So
Wow, they didn't help you find a surgeon.
No.
Okay.
So my mom looked and she found my surgeon that I went to, and she made an appointment the very next day or the day after that. So we went to the doctor, and he said, when you fell and you tore it, did you feel or hear a loud pop? And I was like, yes, I felt the pop, and I swear I heard it, but no one else around me did. And he said that's a classic sign of a torn ligament.
So he knew.
Yeah.
Because the type of surgeon that you went to was an orthopedic, right?
Yes.
An orthopedic surgeon is anything that has to do with bones, ligaments, things like that. You go to an orthopedic surgeon.
Yes.
But how did you feel about your surgeon? Was he nice?
I really loved him. He made me feel so safe because it's a scary environment knowing they're going to have to do surgery. That's invasive.
Absolutely. And plus, on top of that, with anesthesia, when you're being put when you're being put to sleep so that they can operate on you without you realizing it, it's a big process.
It is.
It's a super big process.
And it's one you don't have control over. I think that's one of the hardest parts because I didn't want to tear my ACL. I didn't want to have surgery.
Of course.
But I have to now. I don't have a choice.
Right. To continue living your best life, you had to.
Yeah.
There's no other option, right? Because a ligament, sadly, doesn't grow back. It doesn't repair itself. It's not like a lot of parts of the body that are able to repair themselves. Okay. Now, surgery. How long was it?
It was about 2 hours. I want to say it was even 2.5 because I was having a hard time waking up from the anesthesia. But I don't remember any of that. I just remember what my mom told me. She said I cried a lot. They say girls, when they come out of surgery, are usually hysteric. They cry, they sob, and that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's very emotional. It's very absolutely. It's a difficult process. So about 2.5 hours, and then did you stay at the hospital? Did you go home? What was it like after the surgery?
I'm pretty sure we stayed at the hospital like 30 minutes to an hour after just to make sure that I was okay from the anesthesia, that I was coming out of it okay, and there was no issues with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they just sent me home.
They sent you home the same day.
Yep.
Wow. So she went home right after major surgery. And then, what was the recovery like the first week, the first 2 weeks, at the very beginning?
Hardest 2 weeks I've ever gone through.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst pain I've ever felt. I was sick to the I was sick. I was allergic to the medication they gave me.
What medication was it?
Opiates.
It was a pain medication. So she was sick to the medication that's supposed to help with the pain.
So I couldn't take it.
You couldn't take it. Wow. So of course it was very painful.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And so I had to take Advil and Tylenol, but I can only take it like 6, 8 hours, whatever it
Right.
is.
She was taking
So-
ibuprofen, just over-the-counter medicine that you take at home that you can buy at the pharmacy. But while it helps, it's not strong. It's not. It's great if you have a little headache,
Yep.
or if a muscle is sore. It's great for that. For surgery, it's not quite strong enough.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So
So it was a long 2 weeks.
it was a lot of pain.
And you had to just be laying down, right? You couldn't really.
And that's the hardest part. I just wanted to get up because my body would ache from just laying down. Because I'm a very active person. I love to run. I love to play volleyball. I love to just go on a walk. So when I'm stuck to the couch doing nothing but watching something or just trying to sleep, it's hard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a different lifestyle and not one that you wanted to live. No. Okay. Now, what happens after that? Because do you just get surgery, it heals, and you're done? Or how's the process?
So I have to go to PT,
Which is?
physical therapy.
Okay.
So it's basically working out, but it's way harder than I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've had to do physical therapy before, and it is a very difficult process because it's a workout around a certain body part to get different muscles stronger, to get flexibility back in, because of course when you have surgery and then you're recovering and your knee, let's say it's her leg, is bent, you got to work on getting that flexibility back. It takes a long time to get your full range of motion back, right? And now, how many months has it been since your surgery?
Well, my surgery was in the beginning of March.
Uh-huh. So, and now we're in the beginning of August.
So 5 months.
5 months after surgery. Are you still going to physical therapy?
Yes.
5 months later.
I have to continue through August, but then supposedly I can be done. Hopefully.
So that's what they say. Supposedly, Lainey, at the end of August, you're done. But you might keep going for a little longer.
It depends what my physical therapist and my surgeon thinks I need.
Okay. When you finish physical therapy, do you need to do anything else, or are you done forever?
I still have to keep working on it. So my physical therapist is going to put a gym plan together.
Good.
So when I go to the gym by myself or with friends, I can follow that to make sure I'm still strengthening what I need to. And nothing becomes weak again.
Okay. Very, very good. Very good. Do you have to wear anything? Do you have to wear a brace or?
So I'm going back to volleyball, which some people think is a little crazy since that's how I injured myself, but I love it. I don't think I could not do it ever again.
Absolutely.
So for the next year and a half, I have to wear a special brace on my knee to try to stabilize it as best as we can in hopes that it's strong enough, nothing will tear again.
Wow. Okay. So a year and a half still after. you finish physical therapy.
Yes.
So it's a very long process.
Yes.
The ACL surgery and recovery is a very long process.
They said my knee won't be healed from the day I had surgery till a year later. So March of 26, my knee will be completely healed.
Gotcha. Now, we have health insurance, right? We have health insurance here. You pay for health insurance in the United States, or else you don't have any insurance. There's no government insurance for you. You need to pay always for health insurance in the United States. Now, the question is, was that it, or did you have to pay anything else? Did it cover everything?
No, we've had to pay so much.
So even with very good health insurance in the United States, if you get surgery, if you have a major injury, you still are going to pay money to the hospital, to the surgeon, to a lot of people, to everyone, physical therapy, all of those things. So the United States has great health care because your surgery went great, everything was fine, and you have good physical therapy, everything's good, right?
Yeah.
However, you pay a price tag. You pay for that service. Now, to finish the video, one last question. Do you have a funny story? Do you have a funny moment from your surgery, recovery, anything? Do you have a moment that you look back on that was funny or was a good moment? Because, of course, you lived a lot of bad moments. You lived a lot of very tough, difficult times. Is there a moment you look back on that brings you happiness or...
I think I have two really big ones. One of them was when I finished surgery, I came home and I took a nap so then I'd be myself again. And I had 6 friends come over just to say hi to me, to support me. And I think that really helped me get through that tough day because the first day, oof. So I think that helped me a lot. And then my second one is just my PT. He makes me laugh every appointment. He made it so much easier than it was. He's just really been a bright light in my life for the past 6 months.
Yeah, so you had a great physical therapist and great friends.
Yeah.
With that, you can get through anything, right?
Yes.
With great friends, you can get through just about anything. Well, thank you very much for telling us about this journey and to continue getting better.
Yes.
Everyone, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments below, and I'm going to have Lainey respond to you. So you go ahead if you have any questions about the medical process, the ACL surgery, the recovery, leave it in the comments, and Lainey is going to respond to you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to keep getting more input. Give this video a like. Please give this video a like. She went through a lot of pain. And we'll see each other in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.